Hi, my name is Jackie Lee Price and welcome to Shadowboxruk.
Oh, look at his little face. So welcome to Qais Ashfaq, looking slender, toned and handsome.
Getting there. Got a week to go for the fight, so the weight's coming up.
Looking well.
Thank you. I feel good. Looking forward to next week now and getting a good win.
Do you know what? It's nice to see your face. How have you been?
Been good, like I say, training away. It's been a long camp to be honest. I've literally been in camp for like 6 months, give or take. But yeah, I feel good for it. Like I say, I'm boxing a tough kid next week, Ashley Lane, who's the former Commonwealth champion at my weight. And he's on a good little run. He's in his last 8. His record's not the best, but in his last 8 fights, he's only lost 1. So shows his pedigree and his game. He's come to fight.
It's great to see that. Number one, before we talk about the last fight, you've brushed yourself off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got yourself back in the gym, and you're out on a nice undercard, the Joshua Pulev undercard. Not bad.
Yeah, like I say, I'm blessed to be on that card. It's an unbelievable card. And yeah, like I say, I'm not one of them people to sit around and, mope about and be upset about things. Because I'm a firm believer in God and Allah, in my religion. And I believe whatever happens, happens for a reason. And if it wasn't that night, there's better things coming for me, God willing.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, some of the things that you've said about the last fight against Mark Leach, you said it wasn't you in there. I was there that night. I was in the hotel watching. I have to say, for me, it didn't seem like you. I didn't see that tasty footwork that I'm used to. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, it was a very off performance. But like I said, there was reasons behind it, and I don't make excuses. On the night, the other kid got the decision. But I do believe on another day or with a different ref at least, I'd have won that fight. But like I say, it wasn't me in general, even on a bad note, on a bad performance. But I'm ready to move on and forget about that and keep moving forward. And I'm still dreaming about world titles, God willing.
Hey, listen, do you know what? I've heard you say, and I'm a great believer of, what is meant to be will be, and they do say that, God gives us not always what we want, but what's best for us at the time. So what lessons do you think that you were supposed to learn from that fight?
So, like I said, there was a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes, but in terms of performance, and to be honest, for me, it wasn't so much the performance that I learned from, because I know I'm 100% better than that, but it was more leading up to fight and situation leading up to fight that I learned a lot from. But yeah, I'm a firm believer in whatever happens for a reason, and I do believe that there's always lessons to be learned either way, and the more lessons you learn, then the better you are equipped in the future. And like I say, I genuinely believe. I look back at this down the line, I'm gonna think, you know what, that was the best for me, because I firmly believe in God's plan, and I believe He's got a better plan for me, God willing.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Because some people, I don't really care. I don't mean that in a bad way, but listen, sometimes smooth sailing, it's not always the best, is it?
Yeah, like
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you say, I'm in the same mindset as you. You just got to trust. You got to trust the process, trust in God's plan, and you slowly keep moving forward. And whatever happens for a reason. I do genuinely believe everything's written, and whatever's happened was meant to happen. And a quote the other day put it perfectly for me, and that was, "You will be right where you need to be, right when you're meant to be there," and that resonated really, really well with me.
Do you know what? I feel like I can't say anything after that. That seems like a finisher.
Yeah.
That should have been at the end. You've ruined it now. No, actually, 110%. So what little things, little tricks have you been doing in the gym? Let's hope you've been working on your distance, my friend. And I want to see those little, you know, that just little foot movement, that little swagger.
Like I mentioned with the last fight, it just wasn't me. And all we've been getting to do for this fight, especially with the kid being a come forward pressure fighter, it's just being myself.
Yeah.
And on top of that, enjoying myself, just doing what I do best, and getting back to, as you've seen before, doing what I'm good at and doing what wins me fights, and that's the plan for the next one.
Yeah.
And on
it's
top
one
of
those
that,
things, isn't it?
letting my opponent. Sorry, on top of that, letting my opponent worry about me, not thinking too much about changing in any way for my opponent. You know.
It's true, actually, because you've got all the tools in the kit, and once you just let it, you know, you relax and let it flow, which you can do. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But like we said, I totally, I don't care. Obviously, I want you to win. I want people to win. Yeah. I'm not one of these boxing people that's like, oh my God, that's so terrible. I say, brush yourself off, which you have done. You're coming back. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So let's talk about family time, though. Because the last time I spoke to you, I don't think you were a father yet, were you?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think.
I think I was.
I think I might.
Oh, was you?
No, I don't think I was. No, you're right. Yeah.
So congratulations. How has that been?
Thank you very much. Unbelievable. He's just over 7 months now, so it shows how fast time's flying.
Yeah.
But by the way, shout out Kane Baker. He's watching right
Sorry,
now.
I have got my phone here. Yes, I will.
Shout out Kane. I was sparring him today, funnily enough. He was my.
Oh, okay. Hi, Kane.
He was the last part to end the camp, and brilliant guy, brilliant fighter, and game as anything. Believe it or not, unbelievably game.
It's good. It's good that you're in a really good place. But talk about the family. So, is it hard though to tear yourself away? Because I know you're up at Loughborough.
It's the hardest part.
I know.
The hardest part, just being away. As you can imagine, he's just over 7 months now, and I've been in camp for literally about 6 months now, with the 2 fights, and only seeing him on the weekend, well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning. It's not enough, you know. In my head, it's all for him. And the reason I do all this is for him, and my missus at home. So that's the thing. It's sacrifices for a better future and a better life for them and my family.
Yeah. Do you get little messages, because the great thing, obviously, of being away, we've now got all of this technology. Do you get your little FaceTimes in?
Yeah. So, funnily enough, my missus wanted me to call her a second ago, but I told her I'm on the Instagram live with you.
That's business, darling. Come on.
She's probably watching right now, to be honest. But like I said, I FaceTime them both 2-3 times a day, if not more, as much as possible, really. And the good thing is, it took him a while, but he's now got used to. He understands that it's me on FaceTime now, so he responds and he laughs a bit now as well. So it's great.
Oh. So Monday mornings must be a bit of a tug, though. Jeez.
Every Monday morning. Funnily enough, it reminded me. I'll be at the bottom of the stairs about to leave. My missus will be on the top of the stairs holding my son, and she'll get her bottom lip out just on purpose. She'll be like, "You going again?"
Oh my God. But listen, you know, like you say, you've got to kind of sometimes take yourself away from the comfort and the love of a warm child's embrace.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? To get in that kind of horrible, nasty mentality. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's all about the mentality, and some people work different ways, but I guess being at home, there's a lot more distractions than being locked up here in Loughborough like I am now. So it does help in ways, but at the same time, that bit of motivation for me is them and my family. So it's something that it's each their own, really. And some people it might not work for, but some people it does.
Yeah. I hear you. So listen, did you have a look at the heavyweight fight against Joshua and Dubois at the weekend? What were your thoughts?
Joyce and Dubois, yeah. To be honest with you, it was a very interesting fight. First things first, Dubois' jab that everyone's raving about didn't do nothing for him. And secondly, I still had, for me, I had Dubois ahead by 2 rounds. And at the same time, I know he's getting a lot of stick for his eye, but listen, he's a baby. He's 21, 22 years old. First things first, he'll come again. And on top of that, look at how young he is. If he, from that one fight, was left with one eye, he'd never forgive himself. So you got to understand that side of boxing as well. Because people like I've seen people like Anthony Gogo, who's struggling with his eyesight, who as I said, like, how can he not knock him for that?
But I think he came out and did say. I think he did come out and say something about.
Yeah, Gogo
Dubois,
did, and he was right.
Yeah.
Like I say, he's been through a situation where he can't see.
Yeah.
He's partially blind out of one eye now.
Yeah.
And if that would have happened to Joy at such a young age, it'd have been devastating, you know.
Yeah.
And as much as a fight,
I tell you what,
is to fight and stay in there. At the same time, you know, there's you can understand both situations where people are saying he should have kept going, and in his head he's thinking, you know, I'd rather have my eyesight and fight another day.
Yeah. To be fair, like, there's a lot of ifs and buts, but like you say, we're not in there. We weren't feeling that pain. So if
and like he's a baby. And
yes,
boxing's all he knows. So if he could do that tomorrow, it'd be devastating for him, you know.
If you had a chance to sit with him and say, listen, Dan, put your arm around him, what would you say?
I'd say, listen, funnily enough, I'd give him the same advice Amir Khan gave me after this fight. Believe it or not.
Okay.
And that was, don't you dare even let the people, like all of the media, not media, so it's all the people that are going to talk smack to you, get to you. They're going to do that anyway. They're probably doing that even before you box, let alone after the fight. They're always going to be there. Never let them affect you. And like I say, just trust in God, and trust in God's plan, and that's the best you can do. And like I say, for me, with the back performance last time out and all that sort of stuff, that's what's getting me through. Look, you probably expected, a lot of people probably expected me to be very negative and upset and all that sort of stuff, and you know, not get out as fast as I have after, I think, 6 weeks after the fight. But I firmly believe in God and God's plan, and that's genuinely what gets me through. And where a lot of people, they might have issues in their head, or even the whole mental issues that a lot of people have these days, and you know, being depressed, that's what gets me through. You won't see me depressed because I have that full faith, and I have faith that God's got a better plan for me, and whatever's happened is meant to be.
But there must have been a period where you kind of had, I don't know, some blind panic, fear, all of that, you know, most human beings go through at some stage. What do you do in those times?
Like I say, obviously after that fight, directly after, that's exactly how I felt. I had all them feelings, thinking what's going to happen next. You know, I can't believe this has happened, especially against someone that should have beat all day long, all this sort of stuff. But again, it took my dad and my friend Billy were the first two to say, listen, why are you worried? It's meant to be. Everything's planned. Why do you need to worry about this sort of stuff? And you got to remember that God is the only provider, and these are little things you got to remember. And whatever's gonna be yours will always be yours, and whatever's not won't.
As simple as that.
Definitely.
As simple as that. Martin has just said, champ.
Thank you, bro.
Just simple. Just simple. Just champ. That's nice, Martin. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions, then just drop them in the comments section. And look at you all snuggly.
I know, yeah. To be honest with you, I'm just waiting for Mikla, one of the coaches, to come in. I'm just sat chilling, like I say, watching Richard Pryor on TV.
That's the life, my friend. Who's that? Halima Javid says, indeed. So I think that was about the
Thank
champ
you.
bit. I don't know how to pronounce that. How do you know, what is it, Shua Akbar?
Shoaib Akhtar. So Shoaib Akhtar is a very amazingly famous cricket player. He plays for Pakistan,
I should
and
know
he's
that,
still
shouldn't
till this day got the world record for the fastest ball.
I? Okay.
Unbelievable
You sure
player.
that's not? You sure that's not West Indian? I'm
No,
joking.
he's like, you know what? He'll know all them players though. He'll know them all. He's played with everyone.
You sure? I'm sure. I'll have to Google it. I'm sure it must somewhere
sure.
in there. There must be a West Indian.
So like I say, he's an unbelievable player, and I actually know him through a close friend of mine, Billy, and
Okay.
he's always shown me a lot of love. Obviously, I've been knowing my friend as well, and people probably see that and they probably think, how does he know? He know him because obviously he's from Pakistan, he lives in Pakistan, so yeah, I know him through a very close friend of mine.
Okay. This is from. Gosh, I have got the worst eyesight. Who are you eyeing up in terms of a future big fight? And I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Glass somebody or other. Sorry about that. I have got the worst pronunciation.
Future big fight. Obviously, I want the rematch to get my own back against that kid. But anyone really. If you got a world title, I want to fight. I want that world title. And on top of that, there's people that I want to get my own back on from the amateur game, like Michael Conlon, who's he's around my weight, and he's fun enough. We boxed twice in the amateurs. First fight, I put my hands up. He beat me. He old mad me really. He beat me on experience of anything. And the second fight, everyone in the arena thought I won. Even his opponent in the semi-final and my opponent in the semi-final. Because this was a European final, you see. And they both came up to me and said, "You won that fight." And I was like, I thought so too, but I don't know what happened. The freaking judges were on his side for some reason. But like I said, that's a fight that I'd love to get revenge on. And obviously, he's making a big name for himself. He's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter.
Yeah.
But someone that I've always wanted to get my revenge on.
I didn't think you were a revengeful person. I'm only joking. I bet he's doing your head in though, isn't it? Like, right. So I hope that answers your question, my darling.
No,
Hold on.
listen, like I say, I want it all, God willing, and I'm working hard to make them dreams come true. Pandemic also has been tough, mentally especially at the times when you can't leave the house and you just want to do something. But at that stage, it was a lot of running and there wasn't a huge amount of things to do. But yeah, it's been tough. But luckily, with the uni set up here at Loughborough University, where we train now, it made it a lot easier because they were very safe. You had to make sure you had your temperature taken, masks on at all times, and it's made things a lot easier. Whereas for a lot of people, maybe getting to the gym and back, and a lot of gyms being closed, it was a lot harder for other people.
But yeah, what's the setup like in Loughborough? Because I've been down there once in the S&C gym, and it just looked like a dream.
I was in there today actually, just doing my last bit of S&C before I go. It's great. Facilities are unbelievable. As you might know or might not know, Loughborough University, I think for the last 4 or 6 years, it's been rated for sports the best university in the world, and that's obviously. It explains exactly how good the setup is here. But yeah, it's been amazing here. It's a good setup. It's around good people, a good team here, and it's good to be around all the athletes as well because you see them running in the morning, and there's always someone running on bikes or training on the field. And it's good to see that because it helps give you, in a weird way, it helps give you a bit of a push and makes you want to go out and do a run when it might be hard, or want to go out to S&C gym and boxing gym when your body's tired.
Do you guys kind of sit around? Have you got like a little communal area where everyone from different sports can just like chill out, have a chat, and that kind of thing?
We have, but right now it's closed because of COVID. But yeah, it was a lovely communal area where in that power-based gym at the top floor, where you can literally there's TVs there, there's seats there. You can eat there, and if you look out of the window, you can just see the whole the pitch as you see when you first come in. Yeah. So great little area.
God, I can imagine that's amazing, actually.
No, it's very good. It's very good.
Yeah, yeah. So listen, I'd like to wish you all the best next week.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm so glad you're getting back in the ring this year.
Yeah, yeah. So am I. Like I say, I'm very happy. Especially, I always want to keep busy. I want as many fights as I possibly can, and it's great from a new management team, 258, to get me out in quick fashion and get back to winning ways, God willing.
So listen, I'm wishing you all the best, the whole team, because yes, I know you're the person that gets in and has the fight, but you've got a good, strong team around you, haven't you?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You know, so I'm wishing you all the best, and hopefully I can speak to you after.
Definitely, without a doubt. Give me a shout. We can sort it out again.
If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber of Shadowboxruk UK, we'd love to see you, so please go ahead and subscribe now.